So we all want to be successful, and it is key for us to understand what success means. But the reality is, when we enter life and we start navigating work, life, and we hear this word balance, we start to really look at the percentages, the percent of time that we're spending at work, this percent of time we're spending with our friends, our family, our kids, and it's inevitable. Burnout is going to hit you, especially when you have not intentionally created balance. But I don't love the word balance because my brain immediately jumps to this 50-50 split. Really, what I would love is harmony. How to avoid burnout and how we can create harmony within our lives and really understand that work-life balance without sacrificing success. Because the reality is, we all are here to do something, to create something. We have passions, we have things that are burning within us, and we want to create and do and bring these things forth. But it's so hard to do that when you're a wife, when you're a mom, when you're cooking, when you're cleaning, when you're carpooling, when you're trying to gather, the degrees and the educations that you need, when you're trying to be a good daughter, when you're trying to be a good, sister, a good cousin, a good friend. Meanwhile, like, where are you? Where is your fun? Where are you just living and being and enjoying? We have this one epic, big, beautiful life, and we're going to burn out at some point unless we get intentional. So today I want to talk to you about how you can avoid burnout and create harmony without giving up who you are, without sacrificing your success. And I hate to break it to you, but burnout isn't just about doing too much. It's about giving without receiving. It's about overstimulating yourself to the point where there's no recharge for you. So we're going to dive into that today. My name's Karissa Dean. I'm so excited to be here. I'm a life and business coach for female entrepreneurs and executives. And if anything that I'm saying strikes a chord with you today, I'd love if you just hit subscribe, because I can guarantee you there's going to be a video coming up next that is going to intrigue you even more. I've created a very quick reset, and if you're curious about that, I would love to invite you, head to the description, head to the bio, or just drop the comment reset. Drop to the comments and type in reset and hit click. And what I'm going to send you, what you're going to download, is something that's going to help you in the moment, because we can all sit and cultivate awareness when life feels good, when we have space, when we're being intentional, right? So you're here with me right now, and you can create a little bit of space for yourself. But when you need it, when life is coming at you full force, when shit is hitting the fan, I would love for you to have this in your back pocket. So just comment reset and we'll get that over to you. But the curiosity that I need you to start cultivating for yourself is, where is your energy going? And where and what is coming back to me? So when you look at your day and your life and you're kind of looking at, where am I overburdened? Where is this burnout coming from? You have to start seeing where the leaks are, where the quiet, energetic leaks are, where you don't even know really that you're losing, your life force. And we have to really start seeing where we're leaking energy before we can do anything about feeling burnout. So curiosity is going to help you notice the parts of your life, the parts of your business, the parts of your relationships, the parts of your family, and where exactly are you receiving joy, inspiration, creativity? Where are you being fueled? Where is your purpose coming back? And you'll see where is it being drained? Where am I feeling my soul just slowly slip away? Where am I feeling just like it's like icky yucky. I talk a lot about with my clients, really learning to trust yourself and learning to do that through those gut checks. And I think if you can really start to ask yourself this question of, where is my energy going and what's coming back to me, you'll start to notice the gut checks of like, it just doesn't feel right, right? Like, it's not that it's necessarily all bad, but you're just like, it just doesn't, like, it doesn't give me the opposite of, you know, feeling inspired. Like, I'm not inspired by this. I'm not invigorated. I'm not lit up by it. And here's a great example. So in my personal life, there are things that I have to do, right? You know, if you are somebody who has a home, you have children, you have a partner, you have animals, you have family, you have friends, like you are in some area of your life taking care of more than just yourself. And so what I notice is if I don't cultivate time to fill my cup first in the day, I'm more depleted at the end of the day. So knowing that about myself, I really make it a priority to get a certain number of hours of sleep so that I can wake up and have some time to fill my cup through meditation, through journaling, through exercise, through just like quiet, right? Like just having quiet time by myself, drinking my coffee in peace and quiet, watching the sunrise, knowing that feeling is like what gives me the creative punch to tackle my day. And so if I know that makes me feel creative and inspired, I then can start to notice the things in my life that really feel like shit. And so you can start to cultivate awareness around understanding, oh, this feels really yummy and nourishing, and I see myself moving quicker, I'm sharper, I'm on it. Then you can start to notice, oh man, I did this and it really I'm totally depleted after doing that. And some of it might be like just certain conversations with certain people. You know, there are people in my life who I don't answer the phone for at certain moments because I know it's going to suck my energy and drain me. So harmony, you know, in life will start to come when you can tell the difference between what is a productive activity for me, what is something that is going to be nourishing, and what is draining me. So where is your energy going? Who are you giving it away to? And it could be people, places, things, circumstances, situations. But you really have to get curious about what is the current reality. And then the next thing you have to do is ask yourself, do the things that take my energy feed me in some way, right? Like in my business, I don't super love doing bookkeeping and accounting. There are people who do love it, right? There are accountants and bookkeepers who love sitting at a computer and diving into the profit and loss statement and looking at payroll and all the things. I can do these activities. I'm good at it, but it doesn't necessarily fuel me. And so when I start to pay attention to, okay, this is an energy leak for me, but it's a part of my business and I have to do it. So it's about understanding that like I can't stack a whole day of things that drain me, right? So I space them out throughout my week, throughout my month, throughout my year. So like, I'm not going to answer a phone call from somebody who drains me and then do a bunch of bookkeeping all day and then go to, you know, some activity that I'm just doing because I'm trying to be a good girl or I'm trying to be a good neighbor or I'm trying to be a good wife. Like, don't stack all the draining bullshit into one day. Really pay attention. What is draining your energy and how can you space it out? Because the reality is you're not going to be able to just clear your plate. And I think that is one of the harmful things in the personal development world is we think that, oh, I just have to stop doing this completely. Or like, you know, if it takes me out of my zone of genius, I'm never going to do it ever again. That's not realistic, right? We live in a 3D world and we have to play in these systems. So like you are going to have to participate in things that are going to drain your energy. But can you space them out? And can you add in things that bring you extra joy? So let's say on the day that I'm doing bookkeeping, I'm also going to schedule a yoga class, or I'm going to schedule a date with my partner, or I'm going to schedule, you know, we're ordering to-go food so that I don't have to cook. It's about knowing your capacity, really, and understanding where you can give back to yourself, right? The other thing that I think that we ignore here, and I love the book that Eve Rodsky wrote called Fair Play, it's really about knowing your roles and asking for help, and identifying where am I getting support from the people who I'm sharing my life with. And I talk about this a lot with clients around emotional intelligence, around being vulnerable, around sharing where you're at, talking about your capacity. This is definitely a multi-layered conversation, but if you're feeling burnt out and you have a partner in your life who you feel like is draining your energy, please do yourself a favor and grab the book that Eve Rodsky wrote called Fair Play. The reality is you're not going to be able to get rid of everything that's draining you and making you feel burnt out in life. But if you don't start paying attention, bigger catastrophes are going to start happening. So what I'm offering you today is make sure that every day you're giving yourself more than you're allowing to be taken from you. Make sure that you're cultivating time for inspiration, for joy, for, just like you, babe, like where are you giving time for you? And really be mindful around what's really taking your energy away. And when you don't have the energy to take the phone call or to have the in-depth conversation, like be willing to be vulnerable and honest about your capacity. So pay attention, start small. It doesn't mean that you're going to do less. It just means that you're going to start doing more of what's aligned and what fuels you. It's not about sacrificing or cutting people off. It's about how can I create a life that's sustainable? How do I create something that really makes it so that every day feels better and not worse? Because burnout is real. We're chasing success and we're chasing this idealism around work-life balance. And I'm just going to tell you right now, it's not ever going to be balanced, but there is a way to cultivate harmony. And it's about being curious. It's about getting really intentional and noticing what is taking my energy away. And then start to make decisions that help you feel more expansive and more aligned. Harmony is possible, you guys, and it doesn't mean every day is perfect, but it means that if I can do it, so can you. So if this video worked for you, you liked it, make sure to subscribe, come back. We're going to be talking about emotional healing. We're going to be talking about building your authentic self, and I hope to see you at the next video. Don't forget to drop that comment, reset, so that you have something in your toolkit for in the moment to come back to who you are, find your grounded center, and be the best version of you.